Very good morning, class. This lecture is about system analysis and design. The code for this subject is TCS 462. Myself, Dr. Sachin Sharma. We are discussing Unit 2 System Development Life Cycle. Output design. In the previous lecture, we discussed about the type of designs, and the output design is very important task of any system. During output design, developers need to identify the type of output needed and consider the necessary output control and prototype report layouts. Output design is very important in terms of understanding that what should be the output, why the efforts are doing, and what should be the report layout of the output design. The objectives of output design: to develop output design that serves the intended purpose and eliminates the production of unwanted output, to develop the output design that meets the end user requirement, to deliver the appropriate quantity of output, to form the output in appropriate format and direct it to the right person, to make the output available on time for making good decisions. External output. Manufacturers, they create and design external output for printers. It enables the system to leave the trigger action on the part of their recipient. Some of the external outputs are designed as turnaround output, which are implemented as a form and re-enter this system as an input. Internal outputs are present inside the system and used by end users and managers. They support the management in decision making and reporting. There are three types of report: detailed reports, which contain present information; summary report, which contain trends and potential problems; exception report, which contain exceptions, filtered data to some condition. Output integrity controls include routing codes to identify the receiving system and verification message to confirm successful receipt of messages that are handled by network protocol. Printed or screen format reports should include date, time for report printing, and data. Multi-page reports contain report title or description and pagination. Pre-printed forms usually include a version number and effective dates. Forms design. Forms and reports are the product of input and output design and are business document consisting of specified data, and the main difference is that forms provide fields for data input, but reports are purely used for reading. During form designing, the designer should have knowledge about who will use, where would they be delivered, and the purpose of the form or report. During form design, automated design tools enhance the developer's ability to prototype forms and reports and also present them to end users for evaluation. Objectives of the good form design: to keep the screen simple by giving proper sequence, information, and clear captions; to meet the intended purpose by using appropriate forms; to ensure the completion of form with accuracy; To keep the forms attractive by using icons, inverse video or blinking cursors to facilitate navigation. These are the objectives of good form design. There are different type of forms. Flat forms, which is a single copy form prepared manually or by a machine and printed on a paper. It is the simplest and inexpensive form to design, print and reproduce, which uses less volume. Unit set snap out forms. These are papers with one-time carbons interleaved into unit sets for either handwritten or machine use. Carbons may be either blue or black, standard grade medium intensity. Generally, blue carbons are best for handwritten forms while black carbons are best for machine use. You must have seen these blue carbons and black carbons. Now, very few people use this, but generally if you would like to copy any document, and as it is that the copy that you have, so what you do, you use the single paper, put the carbon copy and you just overwrite on the first paper and the exactly same will be printed on the another paper using carbon copy. Continuous strip manifold forms. These are multiple unit forms joined in a continuous strip with perforations between each pair of forms. It is less expensive method for large volume use. No carbon required paper (NCR). They are carbonless papers which have two chemical coating, one on the face and other on the back of a sheet of paper. When pressure is applied, the two capsules interact and create an image. You must have seen this type of paper in bus where they use for ticketing. So what they do is they just write your destination and the amount that you have paid, and they have another piece of paper which is printed as the way they write on the receipt which you receive from a conductor. So that's it for the day. I hope you have enjoyed the lecture. Thank you.